I'm Emilia, and my parents are kinda rich. They gave me a monthly allowance of $2,000, and I always used to buy myself clothes. But one day, while I was on a shopping spree, my whole life turned upside down. I was looking for white pants, but couldn't find any. So I decided to ask one of the staff members for help. I said, "Excuse me," and the staff turned around. Oh my God. She looked exactly like me. I asked her, "Are we related or something?" And she started laughing and said, "Haha, wow, you really look like me." I said, "No, you look like me." We both laughed and made plans to grab coffee later. We met at a Starbucks, and it was the strangest conversation of my life. Her name was Selma, and I immediately felt a strong bond between us, as if we had been best friends our entire life. When we found out we had the same birth date, we knew for sure that we were identical twins. Selma said, "My mom told me I had a twin who died of a lung infection at age 3. I said, "That's weird. My parents told me I was adopted as a baby. Are you adopted?" Selma said, "I don't think so, but we should go ask my mom. Maybe she can help us." We drove to her mom's home, who was living in a trailer. When she opened the door, I could smell she'd had a few drinks already. She said, "Did I eat some mushrooms today, or are there 2 of you?" Selma said, "Her name is Emilia, and I met her at the mall today. We're pretty sure we're identical twins, but maybe you can explain it to us?" Her mom said, "Mary?" I said, no, my name is Emilia." But her mom said, "No, I named you Mary." Then she gave me a hug, but I didn't like it. I could smell she hadn't taken a shower in days. I said, "Are you my biological mother?" And she said, "Yes, I am, which means you are my daughter." I know I should have felt excited to get to know her, but I really didn't. We sat down together and my biological mom told us what happened. She said her boyfriend had gotten her pregnant when she was 22, and after she gave birth to triplets, he ran away, and because she didn't have enough money to raise 3 kids, she took me to an orphanage and left me on the front door. She further explained that because heating was too expensive for them, my 3rd sister suffered a lung infection and sadly passed away at age 3. In that moment, I realized how lucky I'd been to be adopted by my caring and loving parents. My biological mom seemed troubled, to say it nicely. But I also felt guilty that I'd been so blessed while my triplet sister didn't have the same luck. The following week, I invited her over to my parents' house. She was very impressed and said she had never seen such luxury. We also had a long conversation about our biological mom. Selma told me a few stories about her. Like one time when she pressured Selma to have a baby, she said she really wanted to have a granddaughter, but Selma was only 16. Our biological mother had serious problems, and I felt bad for Selma. That's why I offered her to live with me and my parents. I didn't expect her to say yes, but she said, "Oh my God, I would be so grateful. I just can't take living with our mom anymore. All she does is scream at me." That's when our twin, or triplet life started, and in the beginning, it was so much fun. For a few weeks, we even dated brothers. They weren't twins, but only 1 year apart. We sometimes switched and it was hilarious. But having a triplet sister slowly turned into a nightmare. I went through the phone of my boyfriend, and one of the messages to his brother was, "Yeah, Selma has the prettier face and better body." Reading that message hurt a lot. I knew Selma hadn't done anything wrong, but it was the first time I resented her. And things got worse. When she hung out with my friends, they all treated her like they had known her for years. And they often made us stand right next to each other and said, "Oh, Selma's face is a bit more symmetrical. She's definitely a bit more beautiful." But Selma was also funnier and more talkative than me. When she was around, my friends were always laughing and having a good time. They liked her more than me, and one time my friends watched a movie with her without inviting me. But nothing was worse than my parents. They treated her as if she was their daughter. They thought she was me and I was her. But we are 2 completely different individuals. I knew Selma wanted to replace me. And I decided I had enough. I told her, "I'm sorry, but I don't want you to live here anymore." She was shocked and said, "What? Why not?" And I said, I feel like you're stealing my friends, my boyfriend, and even my parents." She said, "What? That's crazy." But I said, "I don't care what you think. I don't want to see you anymore." It was a hard conversation, but afterward, I felt so relieved that she was gone. I mean, she still lives in the same city as me, and I sometimes have nightmares where I marry a guy who then leaves me for my prettier triplet sister. I know it was harsh to throw her out, but just because we share the same DNA doesn't mean I owe her anything. Had she continued to live with my parents, I'm sure they would have given her half their inheritance, and I would have been fine with that if she hadn't tried to steal my whole life. She was a sneaky little rat. I know that because we are so similar to each other.